because this winter has been a drag.
Yeah, no kidding. It's been really cold.
Yes.
Sarah, thank you so much for joining us, and I wish you much success. Please keep me informed on any book signings or anything you're doing so that way I can pass it on to my listeners.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Listening there. Don't go anywhere. The John LeBang Show is going to be right back. Just ask the hillbilly.
That's right. Right after this.
What about me? Maybe next time.
CRRM, CarePoint Billing Services. Their billers and managers are all dedicated to working for you to increase your profits. For more information, call CRRM at 248-579-3805. CRRM, CarePoint Billing Services. Pane in the Glass, commercial and residential window cleaning. For a beautiful, sparkling shine that's crystal clear, call Pane in the Glass Window Cleaning. You can find them on Facebook at Pane in the Glass.
Hey, man, it's at the bottom of the hour, man. Do you know where your kids are, man?
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Want to thank Sarah Bowman again for joining us. Hopefully, if you're a Sarah Bowman fan, you've stuck around to see what else the John LeBang Show has to offer. We do a lot of comedy in this variety hour, and that's what you're tuned into if you haven't listened before. This is the John LeBang Show Variety Hour. The hour prior to this is called our News Hour, and then we have a Music Hour that follows this on many stations. Some stations it precedes, depends on the station. It's, we don't control a lot of that. We just put out good broadcasting, and we allow the stations that carry us to air them whenever they deem appropriate. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the celebrity food menu. And my favorite menu item will win a Dark Clouds MFP t-shirt, courtesy of the John LeBang Show and the Dark Clouds. I'd like to kick it off with what I think is a really good menu item. This would go under the burger part of the menu. It's the McCain. It's a half-pound rhino burger served on a sourdough bun with your choice of government or blue cheese and topped with McCain Trader sauce. That's what I'm looking for, ladies and gentlemen, in your menu items. Please give us a name and details about your scrumptious celebrity food menu item. Our first call comes in from Washington, D.C. What's your celebrity food menu item?
John, I have a great one, John. It's called the Big League Huge.
Okay, so what is the Big League Huge?
John, it's a massive wall of nachos, John, topped with a heaping-sized portion of nationally seasoned American beef, refried American beans, and covered in American cheese, John.
So would you consider that an appetizer or a meal?
It's whatever you want, John. Eat it yourself or share it with your friends because it's huge.
Okay, thanks for your call. Our next call goes out to Ditzy in Colorado.
Hi, John. How about the Oprah?
And what is the Oprah?
Oh, it's flaming government cheese, John, served on a bed of crispy pork rinds.
Would you consider that an appetizer?
Well, fat, bloated baby mamas might think it's delicious, John.
Okay, I think we'll keep that in the appetizer section. Thanks for your call. Looks like Shady's calling in. Shady, you've got a celebrity food menu item?
That's right, John. I got one.
Okay, what is it?
Call it the Madonna.
I'm scared to ask, what is the Madonna?
Oh, it's a raw head of tuna, and it is vigorously stuffed with an assortment of sausages and cocktail weenies. And you can have it in two varieties, with or without cream sauce.
And what part of the menu would this go under, Shady?
Oh, this'll fit under surf and turf, John.
Honestly, I don't think that's very appetizing.
Well, how about if you add crabs for $5?
I'm going to leave that alone. Thanks for your call. Our next call goes out to Wilbert. What's your celebrity food menu item?
John, I think you should have the Snoop Dogg Stony Coney.
I assume that's like a coney dog or something?
Oh, it's a foot-long blunt dog made with 100% grade A weed and covered in ghetto hash chili.
Well, that does sound like a Snoop Dogg Stony Coney. Thanks for your call. Our next call is coming in from Maine.
Long-time listener, second-time caller. Thank you for letting me on.
No, thank you for calling. what's your celebrity menu item?
Well, this one's for Nancy Pelosi.
And what's Nancy Pelosi's menu item?
The Frisco Witches Brew Stew.
Is that the Frisco Witches Brew Stew?
That's what I said,
And what's that made of?
Oh, it's thin, watery soup made from the heart of a weasel. And it often makes people gag.
Is that under the soup and salad section?
If you want to call it that, you can have a side of seaweed if you want with it.
Okay, thanks for your call. And our next call is coming in from Gordy in Ottawa. What's your celebrity food menu item?
I got an appetizer, eh?
And what's it called?
King Ding Dongs, eh?
Okay, and what is the King Ding Dongs?
It's small deep-fried pork balls served on a bed of crazy fries, eh?
Okay, thanks for your call.
No problem, eh?
And now we're heading over to Mark in Arizona.
Hi, yeah, I don't have a celebrity name, but I call it the Flaming Eagle Cheese Dip. Yum, yum. But it has to have Di Brady on the top with sliced onions, served with salsa verde, portobellos, Anaheim, and Hatch chilies, cream and cheddar cheeses, and a yummy, 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 yummy chicken from the crock pot. Di Brady, Di Brady.
Okay, thanks for your call. And now we're heading over to Montreal. Wilfred, what is your celebrity menu item?
How about the Anthony Winner?
And what is the Anthony Winner?
It's a naked hot dog.
Okay, thanks for your call. Lots of interesting menu items, I would say. Let's diverge for a moment, as I wanted to talk about this fake missile alert that happened in a city right here in Michigan, where some ding-dong, some idiot, gets on the intercom and starts saying that there's a North Korean nuclear missile strike headed for the country. And some idiot thought that was actually something funny to do. And it's not funny to do, and I wish they catch this guy. I hope they catch this guy. Hopefully they can get the surveillance video and just nab this guy, because that's just junk. Wanted to talk about Mr. Michael Moore and his recent comments saying that America must be cleansed of its white male privilege. And every time somebody brings up white male privilege or white privilege, I stare at them in amazement, because I don't know what the heck they're talking about. I'm not privileged by any means. I don't get the benefit of the doubt when things go bad. I don't get the breaks when I need them. So what kind of privilege is there? So during the break, I had a little visitor come to the studio. Somebody knocked on the door, and I was like, well, I better go check that out before they knock while we're on air. So I ran out, and it was this gentleman, probably late 50s or something, going around wanting to shovel people's yards, because we did have a decent amount of snow, 3 to 4 inches. I don't know. I didn't go out there. I haven't been out all day, but we have snow. And this gentleman wanted to shovel my driveway here, and I was like, no, man, that's all right. I don't need it shoveled. One, because I don't have money to give him, because I'm broke myself. But two, I can do it if need be. But it's odd, because I remember as a kid we would do that, but I never. This is the first time I've ever seen an adult going door to door trying to drum up some snow shoveling business. Obviously, things aren't as nice out there as Mr. Trump was saying the other day. Either that, or this guy just saw an opportunity. Hey, I can make a few bucks shoveling snow, and it's under the table. And who doesn't want to make a few bucks under the table? You know, the government gets all upset about that, but that's not their right to have any of your money, as far as I'm concerned. They didn't do anything for it. You know, it's not like you asked them to provide you a service. You went to a job, or you did something, and you earned some money. Whatever you did to earn that money, that was your hard labor, your creativity, whatever it was. You did it yourself. And it was an agreement between you and the person who hired you. All of a sudden, the government thinks they should get a piece of that. And for the past 100 and some years, they've thought they should get a piece of that. And people think, oh, it's a utopia to think we'll never be able to not pay income tax again. The government's too big. No, that's why the government is too big. Because we've been robbed of money, and it didn't know what to do with it, so it just grew. And it grew, and it spent, and it grew, and it spent, and it spent, and it grew. And now it's this behemoth thing, very much like the behemoth of Michael Moore, who thinks we got to cleanse the country of white people. Or at least white male privilege, because apparently that's a problem. Michael Moore, big fat white guy, right? Who has all the privileges in the world, more than I do. And he's complaining about whatever. I think people just want to have something to complain about, and they don't even care if there's any substance behind it. In other words, they don't care if there's nothing behind what they're really saying. Just they want to say it because it sounds good, it feels good, they want to be part of the clique. But I don't get that way. I don't just jump on the bandwagon or want to sound politically correct, and that's what he's talking about, is political correctness. We have to be politically correct according to the political elite who lead us down the wrong paths every single day of our lives, yet we're supposed to be politically correct because of rules they set in motion? I don't think so. I won't be politically correct for that. I want to be correct. You know, it's like, why do you want to hyphenate something, or why do you want to add something to it? Just let me be correct. That's all I want. If I get it wrong, politically, it doesn't matter if it's correct. Because if politically 2 + 2 is 5, I want to count 2 + 2 as 4, because that's what it is. That's the correct number. But we live in a politically correct world, which, folks, if we don't get away from this, we're doomed as far as I'm concerned. We may already be there. The things that are now left to visualize in societal existence, it's ridiculous. And I stay home because I don't want to go out to the local Kroger's and have to look at people who have no concept at all of being clean when you go out in public. I just went to a local Tim Hortons and I had to leave because the employees were disgusting. They were disgusting, and I'm not going to get a coffee or a drink or food or a cookie from people who are disgusting. The one guy in the drive-thru didn't look like he washed his hair for a month. The guy at the front counter had teeth missing, hair hanging off his face. He didn't look like he had 2 brain cells to save his life. He hadn't shaven in forever. His clothes were all raggedy. Pants hanging down below the waist. And instead of, it's offensive, I guess, for me to walk out because I don't want to look at that, or I don't want them serving me those meals or the food. I mean, these companies have to get a little better at their hiring practices. Maybe they just want to pay the minimum wage because that's the easiest way for them to survive. But when you look at the people serving you the food, they're disgusting. And why would you want disgusting people serving you food? We've already had the hepatitis thing just going rampant around this area as it is. And I'll bet you, now, they won't tell us that because it would be very harsh and very mean, but I bet you, if we look deep enough, it's because of people like the people I saw at the local Tim Hortons, which are disgusting people. You think those people wash their hands if there wasn't a sign in the bathroom? I bet you they wouldn't wash their hands, and who knows if they wash their hands anyways. So I picked up, I left, I went to another Tim Hortons way out of the way, an extra 2 miles or whatever. Went in there because I knew that was a cleaner Tim Hortons. Walked in there, same amount of employees, but they weren't all raggedy. They looked washed. They looked clean. So I felt more comfortable getting that. The thing is, I rarely go out as it is, folks. I'm just